First things first, I have to thank Mind Out of Sync for requesting I do this video. They do videos as well, so if you will, check out their channel. You may find another person to enjoy and subscribe to. Anyway, on with the commentary. So this is a video I have to be very careful about making, as it tackles two aspects of weirdom that I actually don't hate. However, while I don't hate these ideas, I have to say the way this video was made makes people who do this seem very off-putting, and I don't appreciate this. So, this video is on trans issues and a certain fetish that we'll get into later.
She said stop being trans or leave.
So you obviously left, right? I mean, surely you weren't going to stick around that bitch who obviously didn't want you to be who you are, right?
So that, to me, stop being trans isn't something I could do.
Well, I mean, if you really loved her, you technically could suppress the feelings, but I know that's not the greatest idea, being forced to be something you aren't, as it will put you in a depressed state. Fuck, even I know this.
It'd be like telling me to stop being, 6'2" or leave. And I was who I was. I was trans before we married. I was a trans parent for 23 years.
Then why didn't you tell her sooner? I mean, seriously, 23 years is a lot of fucking time. That's at least 8,395 days and 201,480 hours. Could you not at least find a little bit of time to tell your wife within the first year of even dating that, hey, I just want you to know I've always felt more like a girl? It sounds like your fault.
It floored me, it scared me, because I didn't know how to not be trans.
Stephanie Walsh, welcome to Daily Extra. You are one of the people profiled in the Transgender Project web series and as well the TV show Am I a Boy or Girl? Why did you decide to go so public with your story?
I paid a pretty heavy price for transitioning, and so at a certain point I thought, I've already lost everything and everything's happened.
Alright, within this little clip I have one admittedly little thing to point out about this small scene. And that is this woman's name, Stephanie Walsh. Stephanie, not S-T-E-P-H-A-N-I, not S-T-E-P-H-A-N-I-E, not even S-T-E-P-H-A-N-Y. No, you chose to spell your name S-T-E-F-O-N-K-N-E-E. I normally don't advocate for insulting someone using a severe and common mental disorder as an insult, but this is obviously and seriously autistic of you. To anyone who has changed your name to this, fuck you, you special fucking snowflake who has to have their name fucking exotic. To those who are unfortunate to have this as your birth name, which I doubt there's any of you out there, fuck your parents for giving you a name that has a much more common way of spelling it, but instead making it so complex that it's only a name you would have.
I'm going to be me, and I'm going to show other people that it's okay to be feminine for a guy. And so by coming completely out of the closet, it just liberated me to the point where let's do this, let's talk about it, and let people know that this is okay.
Now, see, aside from this awful fucking way of spelling her name, I agree with Stephanie's choice and reason to do this. People do have a hard time accepting transgenders for who we are, mainly because it's not as common as people think, especially since the Tumblr crowd exists, who pretend to be transgender. That's right, Tumblr, I'm on to you. And speaking of the Tumblr crowd, wasn't there something to do with trans aging?
2007, when I actually stepped forward and started getting myself educated as to who I was and what this was, I was pretty naive.
But that naivete would quickly come to a crashing halt. At age 46, after 23 years of marriage and 7 kids, Stephanie realized she wasn't a crossdresser. She was transgender, a person whose gender is different than the sex they were assigned at birth.
I'm genderqueer, I'm queer, I'm queer.
Genderqueer. Adjective. Denoting or relating to a person who does not subscribe to conventional gender distinctions, but identifies with neither, both, or combination of male and female genders. So, are you genderqueer or transgender? Make up your mind. Queer. Noun. A homosexual man. So why did you marry your wife? I'm detecting some inconsistencies in this story. Perhaps someone with more time, motivation, and effort can find out if she even transitioned or not. But I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. I'll give my thoughts on this during the end.
So having said that, what have you heard from people?
A lot of feedback. There's a lot of positive feedback. There's a lot more people that are trans. Like, a lot of people come out to me. I get guys that you wouldn't think that want to wear, like cops and bikers, and can I wear a dress? So it gets very playful because you look at people and you think you understand what they're all about. You know, when you see a guy that's 300 pounds with a goatee who pulls in a Harley and is going through my closet and saying, can I wear this dress? Can I wear that dress? You know, or can I kiss you when I'm wearing the dress? You don't expect it.
Something tells me this isn't real either, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like it is. For now, there are much bigger fish to fry in this video.
That's right. Stephanie has moved on, believing that she will never be accepted by her wife and children. These days, she's got a job plowing snow and has a new family made up of friends and a new relationship.
There's days I forget. But I've moved forward now, and I've gone back to being a child.
And here it is, the issue everyone has with this video.
I don't want to be an adult right now.
Well, too bad. You are, according to Daily Mail, 52 years old. I can't just go around saying I'm 8 when I'm actually 18. Do you not know how age works? Hell, you have a job.
These days, she's got a job plowing snow.
You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Now, before I go on further, I just want to say this. I accept people who want to do age play. I do follow a lot of ABDLs on DeviantArt because I find the interest to be fascinating. But I do support them overall. However, here's the thing about age play. Age play is usually done between two people in a relationship, one mommy or daddy and a baby, and it usually stays in the house. While you can find that weird, I myself have my own rules of the internet, kind of like 4chan's, and my number one rule is, if it exists, it's someone's fetish. However, what this woman is doing isn't fetish related, or at least it doesn't seem to be the case, and even if it is fetish related...
And I just live my life like I couldn't when I was in school.
How are things in your life now?
Well, I have a mommy and daddy, a adopted mommy and daddy, who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl, and their children and their grandchildren are totally supportive. In fact, her youngest granddaughter, when I was 8, a year ago I was 8, and she was 7, and she said to me, I want you to be the little sister, so I'll be 9. I said, well, I don't mind going to 6, so I've been 6 ever since.
She does it around kids. Seriously, what the hell? I do not support this. The pedophile jokes I can make, I'm not going to make. Because what else can you think of when you think of a grown man pretending to be a 6-year-old girl around other little girls? Yeah, of course, you thought it too. See, the thing with age plays, they don't go around saying that they're that age. It's usually a small thing called role-playing that stays between two people, and unless it's on TLC's My Strange Addiction, it stays out of the public's mind, normally. Final verdict. I think the worst part about this is what they call trans-ageism. The full title of this video is 52-year-old transgender and trans-ager lives as a 6-year-old girl. Just like trans racism, I do not believe trans-ageism is a thing. It's a thing that Tumblr created to help themselves become special little snowflakes that are oppressed and need attention. Look, for all we know, Stephanie is still Phil, and Phil is just a pedophile who got tired of nailing his own kids. After all, this video came out on the fucking Tea Party, so who knows what their intention of making this video is, but I highly doubt it was to change the world for the better. It's someone who is taking something weird but normal and making it really weird and uncomfortable.